Oh, Lord have mercy. Look how big this is getting. This is gorgeous. These admittedly might stick out a little too far. They might have to be trimmed. The little cards I did the other day. Don't mind my JunK shake from Arby's. A lady's got to do what a lady's got to do. Curtie, you had me in stitches. I was sitting there complaining about my father again. And then I started reading your text, your comments on today's video, Friday's video, cracking up. Okay, we are doing Artist Impressionists again. Seems like we've done a lot of that lately. We've done the Louvre where I did some. We've done MoMA where we did some. We've done, now it's going to be Artists and Impressionists. Should I veto that prompt and go with another one? I can't hear you. Say it louder, Curtie. What else could I do? I will tell you what I've done so far. How about that? Okay, here's some more of the Louvre. Here's the Basilica. Here's the MoMA. Was that MoMA? Or was this MoMA? No, this was MoMA. That was whatever. I don't know. Where I ran into, you ran into yellow pasta and I ran into green paint. I have this little bit, and then I painted this deli paper this morning, and then took one of Bella's paper towels and I put a tab right here. So I think I'm going to use this as my available space for today. Don't mind my Arby's receipt. I was going to put it in my Hobonichi like one does. I'm not a fan of Arby's per se, but they do have, when the machine is working, fantastic JunK shakes. It's kind of like a Frappuccino in milkshake version. If you hear little click, click, clicks, that's Moki's toenails that need to be cut on my floor in here. Okay. My dad, let's see, the doctor, did I tell you the doctor next door is my dad's doctor? That was just a fluke. That was a luck of the draw, literally. And even though they moved him to the cardiac wing yesterday, they are keeping Dan as his doctor. The little girl, Olivia, it's her dad. So, they are having a cardiac doctor, although they now say that the AFib stuff is calming down. He does not have cancer, we don't think, or leukemia yet. We don't think. But he definitely has pneumonia again. He has kidney issues for sure. He still has a mysterious spot in his lung, one side or the other, I don't know. And we're not sure what all that is yet. Dan's not convinced it's cancer. Well, we haven't done enough tests, the right kind of tests. Oh, I also made lemonade. So I think I was going to put this in there. I took that to the hospital today. So that eliminated one of my Frappuccinos. So the fact that I'm having a JunK shake should be okay, right? Not really. Because my health pattern is the same as my dad's and his side of the family. And I should not be drinking any JunK shake or any Frappuccinos, but I do. And I sure shouldn't have the JunK shake, but I am. And I should lose 750 pounds, but I'm not at the moment. Pardon me while I play in my Hobonichi for a second. And I did have a fish sandwich. Does that count? Okay. We can throw all the trash away now. I harvested magazines in the hospital. In my little tiny corner on the windowsill. Because that room is so small. And all the rooms. We were spoiled by the 8th floor, which is the cancer ward. Because they have big rooms because they expect people spending the night and stuff a lot. These other rooms are in the old part of the hospital and are very tiny. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's put your Hobonichi away. You put in all your food particles labels. All right. Okay, so now the stuff I harvested. I took this bag with me as one does. And my mother, I was ripping words mainly and colors because I have not done enough of the, what do you call it? The letters with magazine print that I like. Haven't done enough of those lately. So I thought, well, I'm going to pull out a bunch of letters. And then I had a couple sewing magazines from my friend that gave me the Paris notebook. And so I was ripping those apart for a sewing journal in case I get to go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to Missouri. Oh, I did find this, though, today, an Architectural Digest. So that might be our jumping off spot. I just got my copy yesterday, yeah. And, thought, oh, this will work. Look at this stuff. This is out of an old quilt magazine. That's a quilt. I love that. Anyhow. So, I'm going to make a title. Now, was Degas an impressionist? I don't know, because this is Degas. Let's see. Regarded as one of the founders of Impressionism. Okay. We all learned something today, right? I love it when I learn something. All right. Let's get all these words and letters out of here. Shoot. Okay, I think I'm going to put that. I don't want to cut this little tiny wording off because that's what says Edgar Degas. So my dad is better in some instances, but now we know he has pneumonia for sure, and he aspirates a lot, which I really didn't even know what that was until last year when he had pneumonia the other time, and it was because he aspirated, which he did that again this morning. And my mother says, oh, but he doesn't do that. I'm like, yes, he does. That's why you can't leave those two alone, because one covers up for the other if the other one doesn't cover up for himself. They've been married for 60 years in April. So I guess that's what happens when you've been married for 60 years. What are you doing back here, Mr. Magoo? Are you looking for food? I don't have any. Just a Jamocha shake, and you don't get any. Sorry. Okay. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll cut this off and put it somewhere else. That way it won't hang out too far, because as this book keeps getting fatter and fatter, kind of like its owner. Are you still in shot here? Not really. I have put my camera in a different place, but that means it might tilt. Now, that's perfect, isn't it? Okay. From up above, it looks perfect. Okay. So I have this out of Architectural Digest. It was advertising some kind of art show in New York. And I harvested that. And then this, I don't need all the dimensions and who has it on auction. We'll just cut all that part off. 1900 charcoal and pastel on paper. Okay, let's glue this back down. Trying to use up some of these scraps of glues and tape and all this kind of stuff to free up another drawer. I think I might be able to work in this room tomorrow. Everything got kind of pushed aside. My sister said I told her last night, I said, you take care of our parents because I'm on a first class trip to, not only am I'm extremely talented, Kurtie, which I'm sure you already knew that. Not only am I in Paris with this trip with you, but I told my sister, which I said, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to learn how to hula dance. I'm going to have Mai Tais and sit on the beach. You're in charge of the parents. See you Sunday night. She's like, oh, okay. So when I called her this morning, she goes, hey, wait a minute. Are you in Hawaii or are you in South Carolina? I'm like, I'm in South Carolina. I missed my flight. Anyhow, I don't know where I was going with all that. I already forgot my train of thought. All right, let's see if we can. I cut out a bunch of like ads, the words, the letters, so I can make my own title, which I think I might just put. I could put something under here, but this is deli paper, and I put acrylics, which that's not gonna stick. Out of the tube again, just on top, and a lot of water in the purple, and kind of let the green go free, since I spilled that other man's art paint in Momar. What am I looking for? Do I want to put Impressionism, or do I want to put there's a couple titles in here that might work somewhere. Pardon me while I go through all my harvesting that I did this morning in the hospital. I watched one of Shannon Green's videos from way back when. Oh, now see, I love that. Portal, an art portal. We might do that. And her mother was in the hospital one time, and she was harvesting stuff, and she was using art supplies from the hospital, like gloves. She put them in her art journal. Masks she put in her art journal. I might use this word bicycle though, Kurtie. I thought that was kind of cool. Freeform. Nah, see, I like that too. Louis Vuitton is my luggage. But I was like, oh, I need to pick up some art supplies from the wrappers that all the syringes come in. It's kind of morbid, but it'd be different. Right? Right. Alright. Okay. Journeys. Peaceful girl. Content. Extraordinary. I like that too. Explore the origin. Okay. I like that. Explore the origin of extraordinary portals. Does that make sense? Does that sound like Impressionism? I don't know. In a far off kind of hippie vibe. Oh, I should put that in my Hobonichi Daddy. Maybe subconsciously, that's why I cut it out. Oh, that was a carving in the Architectural Digest. I love that. That might go in my Hobonichi. This is an obscene painting. I'm not going to put that in there because Bella sees this. I guess bodies aren't obscene in art, but a little bit more than I want an 8-year-old to see. Oh, light filled. I like that. The owner of contemporary art. Roots. It's a gorgeous vase. Master drawings. Okay, that might happen. Painting. I think that was the only art ones. I was cutting out a lot of just generic letters and then a lot of sewing stuff. So now I got to make up my mind. Explore the origin of extraordinary masters? Extraordinary paintings. How about that? Explore the origin of extraordinary paintings. I like that. Let's do that. And they're kind of, I don't even know if I want to, they're just rough cutted. Rough cutted? I don't think that's English. I rough cut them a little bit, but I think I might trim them up a little. I hear your toenails. You hate getting your toenails cut, but guess what? You might need them cut again, dear. Do you know who calls me dear all the time? Besides my husband? Curty. Bogey, do you know Curty? I think you do. Why are you scratching on the floor? What do you want? I want you to come here. I want you to talk to me. Quit talking to that lady in the other hemisphere. Explore the origins of extraordinary paintings. Okay, let's glue it down. Quit talking about it. Where's my glue stick? Curty. Yeah, don't yell on the bus. The bus driver might think you're crazy. Here it is. I think we have new watchers. So hello, people. I'm crazy. We are really not in Paris. We're pretending like we're in Paris because life is hard sometimes, and sometimes you just have to imagine where you are, especially if you don't have the time right now to go anywhere. Which is what's happening. So Curty and I decided to go on a trip to Paris. She just got back from Paris, actually, not too long ago. And I make crazy videos because I'm a crazy woman, and yes, there's tons of them out there, and yes, nobody watches them, but that's okay because I enjoy the process. And I do this as art therapy as much as anything, because right now I have 2 sick parents, and this gives me strength to get through the next day with them. And I'm highly what do you call it? And what do you call it when you can dangle something in front of somebody and they go get it? Influenced by Instagram for art supplies. So I have quite a few art supplies, admittedly. Uh-oh. And what else do we do? I live in South Carolina. I'm not from here. I'm from California. I'm a traveler. I'm a gypsy. I'll go anywhere. And I think Curty has that in her blood too. She lives in another hemisphere. Oh, we're not doing that page yet though. We're doing these 2. And we met on the internet a couple years ago. We've never met in person. But we have a lot of fun. Like-minded people. That looks boring to me. But I like it. Maybe we could add a little paint washi tape. Okay, let's add a little washi tape. Impressionist washi tape. Let's do this one. I don't know. I like this Van Gogh one. This other Van Gogh one. I have 3 Van Gogh washi tapes. Yes, I have a washi tape fetish. And yes, this is on an embroidery hoop. Not my idea. I saw it somewhere on that there interwebs. And I thought, oh, I have some of those that I don't use. Let's include Starry Night. And I like 4x8 travel journals. Traveler's notebooks are my favorite. I discovered them a couple years ago on YouTube, but I'm really loving junk journals at the moment. And have a plethora amount of paper, so I've made a couple junk journals of my own. And I'm loving them. Okay. Kind of like how all that turned out. For hospital work, 4:30 in the morning work, one-handed at the moment. This still doesn't have anything on it. We can remedy that though, can't we? Oh, here's gray. And I don't think I've used this washi tape yet. This go around. Yeah, right. Okay, to all the new people, what are some of the trips you've taken lately? Are you a traveler? Or do you just like watching crazy ladies talk to a camera? If that's the case, then you're in the right place. I qualify both of those. I don't want them to be... I think this is just landmarks, yeah, because that's London Bridge. And that's Stonehenge, but that's okay. Paris is right in the middle. And I have been horrible about putting my pictures on Instagram, I know. I just am doing what I have to do at the moment. I'm wishing I could do more in this room. I used to call this room the art. No. What was it? The studio of theoretical stitching? Something like that. Theoretically, I'm in here. Theoretically, I'm arting. It's either fabric or paper. Uh-oh, we need something there now. Let's put this tape. I am slightly middle-aged, married, the mother of a dog, the grandmother of an 8-year-old, the ostracized at the moment stepmother of 3. What else, Curty? I have 2 sisters. One lives here, one lives in California still. I grew up just north of San Francisco, and one of my sisters is still in that area. My mom is a native Californian. They came out here only because my sister and I were out here, and they were getting older and needed some people to rely on. After my dad retired, they traveled for 5 straight years in a travel trailer. Put everything in storage and went. And they have been everywhere except Alaska. I have been to Alaska, but not Hawaii. They've been to Hawaii several times. Yes, I grew up in California, but no, I've never been to Hawaii. Everybody else in my family has. My dog's name is Humphrey Bogart because he's a Maltese, and that's what you name Maltese, is from the Maltese Falcon, Humphrey Bogart. He's almost 14. He'll be 14 in April. He's getting old, and he's quite demanding of my time, too. He's very jealous that my parents are getting it all at the moment, but he does like them, so he's willing to put up with that, I guess. Okay, this is a long video. But it's the weekend, so enjoy. These are some envelopes I found. Look at this envelope. This is from Amsterdam, of course. These are little white ones. And so I will be using those somewhere. I am loving this, and it is becoming quite fat. I think I already said that, right? Just like me. All right. Look at this lusciousness. So really and truly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I might do friendship again. I don't know. How many more days are left in this month? 6? Well, this will be the 26th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I can combine 10 into 5. So we're going to go over into February a little bit. And then it was going to be all downhill from there, playing a little bit and then getting ready to go to Missouri in the first week of March for a quilting retreat. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that now. Still going to try to go to Ireland in July. That's a lot more money at stake than the quilting retreat. Okay. Look at that. Oh, that's what I was going to do. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I can tip in a couple more. 9, 10. Okay, we'll be all right. Perfect size. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut these guys off a little bit, because the fatter it gets, the more these guys stick out. And my binding is coming apart, so I'm going to have to send it to the ER also. Maybe it can go visit my dad. Somewhere in here is some seams from the other signatures. I made this myself, and it's not made correctly, but it's still granting a lot of fun. I think I actually seamed these two together. I could go right here and work on it. Okay. Okay, that's enough. See you tomorrow. By way of Paris, by way of Lexington Medical Center. I think I'm going to cut these right now. Ooh! Okay, there's a staple in my way. Oops. Cut right across the staple. There's another staple in my way. Uh-oh, there goes a macaroon. Okay, I'm going to have to staple these back together again. Okay, that's better. Bonjour! No. Merci is thank you. Arrivederci is Italian, right? What is... Au revoir. Au revoir. Or however you say it. Be quiet, lady. Okay, bye.